There was once a young dreamer who carried visions far bigger than the small world he lived in. While others were satisfied with routines, comfort, and predictability, he longed for something more, something greater, something meaningful. Yet every time he spoke of his dreams, the world tried to silence him. People laughed, calling him foolish. They told him to stop wasting his time and warned that the life he imagined was impossible for someone like him. And yet, he refused to quit. Deep inside, he believed that dreams are never given by accident. If a dream is placed in your heart, it's because you already carry the strength to chase it. From the very beginning, his journey was filled with obstacles. He had little money, few resources, and almost no support. His family loved him dearly, but couldn't provide the opportunities he needed. His friends didn't understand why he worked so hard for something so uncertain. Many nights he lay awake staring at the ceiling, wondering if he was foolish for believing in something no one else could see. But each morning, when the sun rose, he rose with it. He chose to keep walking toward his vision, no matter how far away it seemed, trusting that one step forward was better than standing still. The world tested him over and over. Every step forward came with new challenges, as though the universe wanted to measure his resolve. He faced rejection after rejection, failure after failure. Doors closed, opportunities vanished, and people he trusted turned away. At times it felt like his dream was slipping further away instead of closer. He was tempted to surrender, to accept an easier path, to stop hurting himself with hope. But just when he reached that breaking point, a whisper rose from within. Don't quit. This is not the end. Your dream is waiting. That whisper became his anchor in the storm. So he worked tirelessly in silence. While others spent their nights in comfort, he spent his building, learning, preparing. There was no applause, no spotlight, no cheering crowd. Only long hours, aching bones, and quiet determination. He learned to embrace the grind, the sleepless nights, the painful sacrifices, because he understood that every drop of sweat, every ounce of effort, was an investment into the future he refused to abandon. With each passing day, his discipline grew stronger, and though progress was invisible to the world, he could feel himself changing, sharpening, becoming someone new. Still, the road was lonely. Few people stood by him for long. Many left when the journey grew hard, unwilling to bear the weight of uncertainty. He battled doubt daily, not only from others, but from within himself. What if they're right, he sometimes thought. What if I'm not enough? Those moments cut deep, threatening to unravel everything he had built. But even in his darkest hours, he held on to one truth: quitting guarantees failure. But trying always leaves room for possibility. As long as there was even the smallest chance, he refused to let go of the vision that gave his life meaning. Over time, the small seeds he planted began to grow. Slowly, the work that once went unnoticed began to bear fruit. His skills sharpened, his confidence deepened, his opportunities multiplied. The boy who was once dismissed began to rise quietly. People who doubted him started to take notice. Some were surprised, others embarrassed, many shocked at how far he had come. A few tried to attach themselves to his success, pretending they had always believed in him. But he didn't waste his energy proving anything to them. He had already proven the most important thing, to himself, that he was capable of more than anyone had imagined. What made his story remarkable was not merely that he achieved his dream, but that he refused to quit along the way. He discovered that success is not about never falling, but about rising every single time you do. It's not about avoiding failure, but about harvesting lessons from it. It's not about applause or validation, but about the fire in your own heart. That fire burned so deeply in him that no rejection, no insult, no defeat could extinguish it. And the more he was tested, the more unshakable that fire became. To those listening, perhaps you have a dream too. Perhaps people laugh at you, doubt you, or call you foolish. Perhaps the road feels unbearably long, painfully hard, and crushingly lonely. But let this story remind you, you don't have to quit. You don't have to surrender your vision just because others can't see it. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you imagine. And every moment you choose to continue, you prove that your dream is stronger than your doubt. Strength is not measured by applause, it is measured by persistence. The young dreamer who refused to quit teaches us a truth. Greatness is not given, it is earned. It is forged in sacrifice, in resilience, in the courage to keep walking when everything tells you to stop. You don't need to be the most talented, the most gifted, or the most fortunate. What you need is stubbornness of spirit, the refusal to give up when quitting seems easier. Because in the end, it is not the dreamers who quit that change the world. It is the dreamers who endure, who refuse to let the flame inside them die. So don't quit. Don't let the voices of doubt write your story. Don't let fear steal what was always meant for you. Keep dreaming, keep fighting, keep believing. One day, when you finally reach the place you've been chasing, you'll look back and realize that every sacrifice was worth it. You'll see that the pain was part of the process, the struggle was part of the story, and the loneliness was part of the shaping. And most of all, you'll know the reason you succeeded was not because it was easy, but because you refused to quit. The world will always have doubters. It will always have critics, obstacles, and storms. But as long as you have a heart that believes and a spirit that refuses to quit, there is no ceiling to what you can achieve. Remember, the dream is already yours. It simply waits for you to walk toward it. The journey may feel endless, but every step forward is progress. Even the days that feel like failures are not wasted. They are bricks, laid one by one in the foundation of your destiny. And when you finally arrive, when the vision that once lived only in your imagination becomes real, you will understand why the road was so hard. You will see that the nights of tears, the days of doubt, and the seasons of silence were not punishments, but preparation. They were shaping you into someone strong enough to carry the weight of the dream. Without them, the victory would not have the same meaning. Without them, you would not have become the person you were always meant to be. So wherever you are right now, whether at the beginning of your journey, stuck in the middle, or standing at the edge of quitting, choose to continue. Choose to endure. Choose to believe even when no one else does. Because your future is not written by those who doubt you. It is written by your courage, your persistence, and your faith. Every great story in history was once a dream others thought impossible, until someone stubborn enough decided to prove them wrong by refusing to quit. The dreamer's story is not just his alone. It belongs to anyone who dares to keep going when the world says stop. It belongs to you if you choose to carry it. So keep walking, keep building, keep trusting that your dream is not foolish. It is a calling. And one day when you reach that mountain peak that once looked unreachable, you will smile. Not because you proved others wrong, but because you proved yourself unstoppable. And in that moment, you'll realize the greatest victory was never the dream itself. It was becoming the person who never quit.